Basically, iTextile was established in 2006 by professionals who were working for Invista. So we took the word I, and it means innovation, intelligent, innovative, and the idea behind setting up iTextile was to probably initially was to take over products which we were selling or marketing at Invista platform. Later on, we developed the concept of value selling and marketing. So then we've completed the portfolio, and now, by the grace of God, we have the complete portfolio for value selling in primarily in textiles. iTextile has always been a company which was selling their products through very aggressive pull marketing. So ever since in last, I would say 13 years, we have now completed our portfolio based on 4 key concepts, which is protection, durability, comfort, and sustainability. So when we started, and it was never a trading company. What we do is we develop a concept, and then we later on develop a finished product based on consumer insight, and then we try and supply the raw material which are available globally for the products which is driven by consumer insight. So now we have a complete portfolio across the board in durability, protection, comfort, and sustainability. Basically, the company is driven around innovation and growth. So I think everybody in this organization is responsible for this basic philosophy, of course followed by the ethics, compliance, and equal opportunity. And so we continue to seek for anything which is innovative, which has never been done in this market before. Of course, but primarily, so I'll give you an example where I think if we get an insight that how will the future automobile look like, and then we come back and we try and link it to the textile and how will be what people will be wearing, and then accordingly we develop the whole concept. The other thing which is very dear to us is ethics, where everybody in the organization is really carrying a reputation of an honest and true to customers team. We have across the board, I think we have, if you have to divide it into 3 major segments, one is fashion, the other is military and workwear, and the third is home textile we have recently started. So across the 3 categories, we have almost everything which fits in comfort, durability, protection, and sustainability. So like our main flagship is Lycra, because I think in the last 5-7 years, especially in bottom weight apparel, meaning trousers and jeans, it's 90% stretch now. So our main product is across that is Lycra, and the other very big concept in performance textile is moisture management. So we have a big portfolio around quick dry and moisture management. And then if you ask me military, we have a complete line around ballistics, bulletproof, and so from shoe to helmets to uniform to bulletproof vest, we have a complete portfolio. And in the bedding side, we have soil release, antimicrobials. We have, of course, moisture management is also gaining a lot of popularity there. Then the latest concept, which in fact it's not latest, it's been around for couple of more years now, is the hand feed. So we have a lot of know-how and technology and sub-product which is to make the existing products softer and more comfortable. Of course, at the moment, if in the apparel the highest demand is Lycra because of its unique performance on stretch, and now we have added another product which is T400, which of course gives a very low growth and high stretch to the Dual Effects and other. See, I have a very basic philosophy around value-added fiber. Rather than value adding, we call it value creating, because if you pick up for a layman, a 40 cents worth of cotton is sold for $40 pair of jeans. So the more you move towards the to the right, better value you get. But from fabric or garment to be more closer to $40, you have to create value rather than add value. So I think in the modern day, it's of course the product, but it's also how you brand it, how you tell the story to the consumer. So the more innovative you are so it's not just, and that's the service iTextile provides. It's not just providing a raw material which will give them a better price. It's also teaching them how to sell, how to take it to their customer, which is primarily importer and retailer. The other thing is to educate them how well they tell a story, plus how well they produce it consistently. So it's a complete solution from the technology to the raw material to the marketing and branding story. See, that's and I think we launched it in November at Ideas, where we have a very unique arrangement with National Textile University, where we picked up their existing materials, existing products which they're using in the uniform and bulletproof carriers, carrier vest, and we looked at making it more we looked at making it lighter, more durable, and better, softer, which means more comfortable. And in the vest and helmet, basically we are trying to design things according to the local environment, according to the climate and how they handle it in Pakistan. So with NTU's help, inshallah, we'll be able to have some very good results, and we got very good leads from the show. I think excellent response. I think because I think by the grace of God, it's excellent timing where we've been able to create a reputation of this alliance between NTU and iTextile, where our customers understand what we are trying to do. So in that sense, we've already had follow-up meetings with all the major stakeholders, and I think the good thing is that, and if you notice, like in apparel, in fashion, athletic wear and leisure wear are merging. So there's an athletic leisure concept. So is in the in the workwear, performance and comfort are also merging. So likewise in military, they also understand that they have to protect. They have to merge protection and fatigue. So I think, and we have that knowledge and know-how. So hopefully, we will be able to develop a solution which can address their concerns also. I think there is a strong desire, but that desire is unfortunately driven by the market forces, where profits in commodity are really not there. But this has to be followed. This has to be with the intent not to do technical textile because they're more profitable. I think first we have to. Most of the technical textile are non-cotton based, so we really have to set up the right, create a competitive environment where all these things are developed at the right market value. And the other thing what technically we need to do is to really understand that how will technical textile look like in next 10 years, then work accordingly, rather than just trying to get business at a better price, because the opportunity today is that this technical textile business is still exists in Europe, so it has and where the cost is high, and the China Plus is also pushing Pakistan to come in that area. But I think what we need to do is to I think we are already doing it in denim to a certain extent, where we are educating consumer that what should be a pair of jeans for motorcycle look like. So in technical textile also, we need to get out of that mindset where we're just looking at replacing existing business from other countries. So we need to probably have a +1 strategy, which is to create something which consumers should appreciate also.